What's up, everybody? This is the Bros Gone Wild podcast. All right, people, what's going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Bros Gone Wild podcast. Just want to say we appreciate the heck out of kind of the support we've been getting. It's become very fun to record these, and it's going to be a little more work to record now that we're all back in Clarkson, but I hope that you appreciate the work we put in, and we're just trying to improve whenever we can. So if you do want to leave a comment at our iTunes, that actually helps a lot. It can help bring in a lot more people and just kind of get our name out there. So don't be afraid to drop a comment in the iTunes section. That can do a lot for us. But moreover, in this episode, we discuss the Kentucky Derby with horse breeding and fun stuff like that, LSD, space colonization. We talk Howard Stern. We get in the new decade of Jonah or a fellow bro. We talk GMOs, world peace, and much more. So please relax, sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode. What's up, play haters? This is another episode of the Bros Gone Wild podcast. Gentlemen, we're back in Clarkson. We are out of the Mount Pleasant area, and we're in my basement recording. This is very different.
Home number two.
Weird.
Extremely.
Yeah, very weird, but let's get into this poll.
Yeah.
Let's dive right in.
Would you rather be forced to wear wet socks the rest of your life or only be allowed to wash your hair once a year? 11 total votes. Wow, I thought we had more than that. And then 64% said annual hair cleanse, 36% said wet socks. Did we not retweet this during the week? I thought we...
No, it doesn't look like it. I guess we never got around to that.
That's a bummer. Oops. Well, anyways, it's still worth talking about.
It's an interesting question.
Yeah, what'd you guys go with?
Said I would rather just wash my hair once a year. Obviously, I know Josh is going to try to say you could shave your head, this and that, whatever. But, if you actually, if that's not part of it, 'cause that's bullshit. But, you can grow dreads out. You can get some dope shit going with it still.
That's a good point. I didn't think about what you could do with it. Because dreads, you can't wash. Really.
No.
You have to not
I would let it go, and I would do something cool with my hair. Because wet socks suck. You'd get used to it, I guess, but it still sucks.
It'd be horrible.
It'd be so hard to put shoes on too. It's hard putting shoes on with wet socks, and you're making a mess around your house. Does that mean you can't even wear barefoot, or every time you put on socks?
I figured it was just when you're walking around and
maybe you adapt to the barefoot lifestyle. Maybe that's what you accompany to.
Well, yeah, but that just takes away from the whole argument if you don't wear socks.
Your whole life, that's a long ass
time.
Compared to the year without washing your hair,
Yeah, I feel like
there's nothing like
the rest of your life, you kind of get used to the wet socks.
Right after a fresh haircut.
Sleeping with wet socks on. Not only is sleeping with socks on horrible, but wet socks would be terrible.
Whoa, you have to sleep with them? Is that part of it,
it says the rest of your life.
Yeah.
So I figured it was just kind of whenever you wear
socks. No one sleeps with socks on, or that's...
No, hell no.
All get up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, can you take them off or no?
Yeah,
I feel so. Yeah, but when you're wearing shoes, there's no exceptions. But if you ever put
socks on, they're soaking wet.
It's you wear socks the normal amount. They're just wet every time you put them on.
Yeah.
It's not as bad now, but still, I'd probably go with the hair. Wet socks are really not that bad.
You also have to think about though. You're gonna have dreads the rest of your life.
Whatever.
It's a lot.
I'll deal with it.
Wait, why would you have dreads the rest of your life?
Well, I'm saying if I'm not washing my hair, I'm gonna get some dreads out of it.
Yeah, but only for a year. Then you can do whatever you want, right?
What's the question?
It says wash your hair once a year, socks
once a year for the rest of your life.
Oh,
both of them are the rest of your life. I thought
you had to go an entire year without washing your hair. That's kind of like what I
took. It's
January 1st. You get to wash your hair. That's it.
Oh, geez.
Or you can pick your day.
Yeah, or whatever. It doesn't have to be January 1st.
You do wet socks?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Fuck the dreads, dude. I'm way too clean and way too I have a phobia about that.
That's why it's tough. Cause I hate wearing shoes when my socks are soaked.
I agree.
Oh, it's uncomfortable, but I don't know if I could do that with my head, dude.
I think
It's
I would
tough
just,
for me.
I think I would just get into the shoeless lifestyle if I had
So-
to do that.
When it says you're not allowed to wash your hair, could you use dry shampoo?
No,
that-
like no cleaning of your
You
hair
can't
for a
cleanse
year.
it. You can.
Like, can you get a haircut, right?
You get a haircut. Just make
You
sure
can-
they don't shampoo that bitch.
Yeah, if you jump into a pool, does that count as cleaning? Because
I don't think so. I mean,
that's not bad.
because
Then
you can shower the rest of your body. I mean, I don't know. Maybe rinse it,
maybe rinse, just
But-
water, but never any.
but like don't like
product.
scrub it while you're like underwater.
Yeah.
That's kind of cheating as well.
You got a guy just watching you.
Yeah, somebody follows you every day to make sure you don't wash it.
Wow.
Yeah. So I guess
That's exhausting.
annual hair cleanse it is.
I don't know. I keep going back and forth, dude. They both would be pretty uncomfortable.
I feel like, it's honestly really tough.
Would your hair? I mean, if you can jump into a chlorine pool, your hair wouldn't smell. But if you're not washing your hair, you're gonna. I mean,
Well, I mean, you're not.
Well, but you are washing the rest of your body. That's what you have to remember.
no, I know that, but still, your
And I
head
could just
would.
get a nice little buzz, so like a little short hair action, and then it's not that big of an issue.
It would be less of an
I would
issue.
definitely change my look if I wasn't washing my hair every day or whatever, what
mean-
have you. But
Wow. I think we've exhausted this one.
yeah, let's move on to something else. Dayton, do you
Do
have
we-
anything you want to bring up to us that you've seen?
Does anybody else have anything
Since
else to bring up, Jonah?
I don't know. Not this week, guys. Sorry, drop the ball.
Well,
I don't know.
One
Yeah.
thing go ahead.
No. I mean,
Please.
I do have some stuff we could talk about.
Let me hear it.
So, first thing I guess we could bring up the Kentucky Derby. We don't have to really talk about that.
Oh,
but-
what was the winner?
oh,
was
my
Always Dreaming.
God. Always
Yeah,
dreaming.
good
Yes.
call.
Thank you.
Jeez. But I just had an interesting conversation with my family yesterday about these horses and just what happens to them when they get injured and how they're basically useless to people. They're like a business, and so when they don't make money, they just kind of
Put them down.
put them down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was kind
They
of an
breed these horses to be these specimens, and then once they get their races out of them, and they
And their sperm.
They're
out of
useless.
them.
and their sperm. No, yeah, they
like
race them
it's-
as long as they can, and then once they're no longer like good, they take their sperm, and then after their sperm's no good.
Because they'll sell that kind of
Hey,
stuff.
PPL. What's the price
They'll,
per load
they'll
on those
sell the
bad boys?
PPL. dude.
Oh, dude, that horse sperms cost a lot of money from one of those
lot.
top tier
Oh my
horses.
gosh. Yeah, I tried to get my hands on some a few
Thoroughbred.
years back. It's wild.
Can you imagine having semen that people just value that much?
I do.
Oh, well, I know you probably know
Yeah,
what it's like, but Josh.
Almost like what would people pay for LeBron semen?
yeah, exactly.
Honest to God, what's a price that they would put on that?
That's a good question.
How much would you pay for LeBron semen?
Dude, I don't know.
What's a good price?
I would buy it for resale.
I know, but oh yeah, for sure.
I would.
But I mean, think about how much money you could potentially make from LeBron's semen. The child you create,
That too, yeah.
you know, if they grow up to be the next LeBron James, then that sperm
You just train
could
them
be
as an athletic
worth
specimen.
millions. You know what I mean? Because you're gonna make that money back plus some.
Okay, it
So
says here,
it's a weird conversation.
We got through a weird alley.
breeders are willing to pay $6,500 at like in that neighborhood for sperm, like up
Just
to
for
that,
that sperm.
just for like a dose of sperm or
For
whatever.
horses
how
or
old
people?
are-
Horses, yeah.
Do you know how old
Like,
those horses are that compete in the
They're young.
pretty young. I don't know.
Yeah.
It says here American Pharaoh, which I'm guessing is some sort of thoroughbred
He
horse.
almost won the Triple Crown, if he didn't a couple years back. His sperm was like the most of
over
all time, isn't it?
$100,000.
I remember seeing that. I couldn't remember the name, American Pharaoh.
The horses are 3 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. So you're 3 years old and your jizz costs a pretty penny,
Yeah, good for them.
most likely. Yeah. I don't know. That kind of took a different direction I was expecting with that Kentucky Derby. But
It definitely did, but
I mean, it's not that exciting of a. I mean, to some people it is, but I don't really find
It's
it
a huge
that.
spectacle.
it's a
It's just a
weird
classic,
little.
classic sports event.
It is. It's very strange the hats people do and the
Very traditional, like it's a bunch
Old
of old,
time.
it's just a bunch of old white people who go and throw
It's
down millions of
extremely-
dollars on a
Yeah, it's
coin flip.
very targeted towards white people. That's for
It's
sure.
such a white sport. Which
It's so true.
I don't know. Did you guys watch it? I'm gonna be honest.
I absolutely
didn't.
did. Yeah.
you
I
did?
didn't
How-
know.
It lasts what, 45 seconds?
It's
I didn't
like a
know the
minute and a half.
time when it was coming on, and I just got the notification like, oh, always dreaming one.
I mean, it was basically the most anticlimactic thing I've ever seen.
Was it pretty close?
I've watched it before.
Not really.
I've
No,
watched
it was
it
kind of a
before.
blowout.
Somewhat close. But
Dude, I've watched it before. It's literally just a bunch of horses running down
Yeah.
a dirt track. It's nothing really exciting.
sometimes
Unless it's like neck and neck.
Yeah, sometimes you'll have somebody that goes from fourth, and then you will shoot the outside gap or something
Yeah.
and make it interesting. But there was nothing like this. It was
Okay.
basically everyone stayed in the same position.
Yeah, training them to run in that straight line. Have you guys ever gone out of your way to really train a pet?
Tried to.
Not personally. I mean, my dog was trained. I remember my mom took my Dewey, our dog,
Dewey.
to like an obedience class, and I went with her. I was little, and they were just like a bunch of other dog owners with their dogs, like, and there was just one person like teaching everybody how to train their dog. It was weird. It was at the Renaissance Gym.
Oh wow, I've
It was
been in that gym.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. No, I was just seeing something recently where people pay around $15,000 to $20,000 for, like, say, a 5-month program where they'll train their dog to do
Lot
like
of
everything.
money, dude. It's a lot of money.
Hey,
But
I mean,
what benefits do you see from that other than your dog being obedient? You know,
that's why I was gonna ask you guys if you, because I've never had pets, very sad aspect of my life.
Yeah.
But I was gonna see, because I feel like it wouldn't be that well trained, because it's not almost training to you; it's training to the trainee that comes in or whatever. I don't know.
well,
I feel like that's part of getting a pet is training it and
My dog,
bringing it to your side of the
my
family.
dog went to like one obedience class. My dog is the most like well-behaved animal
Dog is
in the
chill.
world.
a lot of that has to do with just Dewey's. I think that's just Dewey as like a
Yeah.
dog. Like
Yeah.
He's just
has
a
his
man,
own
bro.
person. Yeah, his own dog self. He's just a chill, personality. But my dog went to training, and actually the owners were present, so they were saying, okay,
Usually the owners are supposed to be present. That way, that doesn't happen. That they've
Right.
learned to obey the owner and not the
yeah.
like the obedience class. It's like
Gotcha.
a person telling you what to tell your dog. And,
Yep.
like,
Now, if someone's paying $15,000 to $20,000 just to have an obedient pet, that's a little over the top. You don't need to pay anything to have an obedient pet. But if you want your pet to do a lot of cool shit, like roll over and play dead, then that's different. Maybe that's worth $15,000, but
Yeah,
still not probably.
Fetch me a bruise.
Yeah, that's yeah.
There's a dog act that won America's Got Talent one year.
Really?
So
Won
that it could I mean it could win you $1 million.
Wow. What was some of the cool
There was a
things it
bunch
did?
of dogs. There was a dog that would like ride a scooter. It would do a dog that did backflips. It would jump over like hurdles.
Yeah. Wow.
It was really cool. I don't know.
That's- no,
And
that's
they're
really
called
cool.
Olate dogs.
And
Olate
it won the
dogs.
entire thing.
Won $1 million.
Wow.
Gosh.
Try a sip of this.
Oh,
Christian, our guest.
we've got some coffee on
We
the
got our
podcast.
guest intruder.
From
Sweet
Honchos?
aroma.
Honchos?
No, this is from Roasters in Grand Rapids.
Oh.
Tastes like blueberry.
Wow. That is smooth.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh man.
So what exactly did you just have there? What
What was
that?
the restaurant and everything? Or restaurant?
Roasters.
Well,
Oh,
you said roasters.
wow.
This is in Grand Rapids. My brother is a barista.
Barista?
Yeah.
What's that?
I knew it was something like
They
that.
like serve coffee.
They
and
just do a
stuff.
bunch of
Oh.
coffee stuff. Yeah. So he just went to Grand Rapids and he picked up all this special coffee from there. And you just caught me getting a live action taste. But
A live action.
moving on, one thing I thought about recently that was a really interesting kind of thing to ponder is if you guys were to take some steps, say you have unlimited amount of resources, how would you go about reaching world peace?
Oh my gosh.
Where everybody's on the same page.
Dude, I honestly believe, which is like, all right, it's going to sound like like I want a fucking dictator or something. But I'm saying like eventually the world just needs one leader. That's the one way you could actually unify people, I feel like.
Yeah.
And if you separate everybody into countries, then feuds start between governments and countries and stuff. I feel like if you ever actually want world peace, because everybody's jockeying for power. If one person holds power and everybody like complies and it's a good system, then
that'd be really crazy.
you know what I mean? Because like I don't think you could have world peace with all these countries, and the United States wants to control everything, wants everything their way, but then somebody wants, you know what I mean?
Oh, totally.
I don't know.
This is the second show in a row we've heard Jonah's aspirations for a dictatorship.
Dictator.
What did I say last time?
I can't remember. It came up though.
We were definitely talking. You were just saying how great it would be to be a dictator.
Right, that's right. Yeah, so I'm definitely. I think I might move to North Korea when I'm older.
Yeah.
That's a good point though, because you would need everyone to be under the same umbrella of power for them to
truly kind of come
come
together.
close to anything
Because
like that.
everybody's like feels like pride for their country and that their country is better than everybody else's, and that's not how wars start and stuff.
Yeah.
Just that pride that comes.
Patriotism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like there's a potential we see some of that when shit starts hitting the fan with
And the Illuminati comes out and stuff.
global warming. Like, when, not even global warming, but I don't know, if some meteor is coming towards us and we gotta. That's where you see world peace fly in.
I actually don't think that a meteor coming toward the Earth would be an issue. Because I've heard that they have technology that could literally take, unless they catch it like last second, if there's a meteor coming toward Earth, that we have technology where we can deflect it. No, just throw it
Throw
out
on
there.
the force field.
Yeah, I don't know.
Somehow they do it, yeah.
They like change. I don't know. Changes gravity. It's weird.
Well, it could happen soon. You
don't know.
Stephen Hawking thinks it'll happen within the next 100 years.
What did he say exactly?
Oh, whoa! All right.
He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Wait, what were you just saying?
Yeah.
He thinks
So
what?
I read an article. It kind of perfectly aligns with this.
Uh-huh.
Next 100 years, supposedly, we're going to be forced to tap into farming potential on Mars. Like forced to completely. We're not going to make it past the next 100 years. Supposedly, that's what Stephen Hawking is telling everybody.
I would like to see what basis that's on. Like why?
I don't know. He just said, like, they were talking about the movie The Martian, obviously drawing parallels from how we should probably try something like that. And then Stephen Hawking's estimate was 90 to 100 years.
I wonder how accurate that movie is. Martian.
I know.
Like, if you could actually do that with just a bunch of fecal matter. So we talk
Shit,
about,
we should go out there and try it.
dude. We talk a lot about a lot of sperm and a lot of fecal matter.
In space.
In space, dude.
No, I was just I believe SpaceX. I think Elon Musk owns that.
Oh, yeah.
Don't they want to They want to live on carriers almost that are in space, not on any other planet.
So I think that's kind of like.
Isn't that what they're kind of working towards?
I don't know if that's what they're working towards, but I think it sounds like what they're on in like the end of Interstellar. Like, do you remember when he's on that ship and it's a big circle? So actually, I learned in physics that is actually like something that I guess it might be SpaceX, I don't know, but like something that
Circular gravity around the
they're
whole
trying to actually develop. So it's just physics, like a physics equation that like if you spin it at a certain speed,
totally.
it creates a certain amount of gravity. So if you have a 5 mile long or like 5 miles in diameter radius circle, and it spins at one rotation every 30 seconds or something, then you can simulate the same gravity as on Earth.
Huh. That's crazy.
It'd be a massive platform, though. Like,
oh yeah, get built and to launch that into space would be a piece of work, but
yeah, that stuff's wild. I think that's what SpaceX wants to do rather
It might
than
be.
Mars. But
space colonies almost is like what they call it.
exactly,
It's
a
like
colony on a ship in a way.
that's weird to think about, dude. What if there's aliens out there that have abandoned
just
their planet,
flying around.
so they're planetless, but their life forms just floating around from planet to planet in space.
Dude, because they say space is extended literally forever in a way.
Yeah.
So what if they just haven't found us yet?
No, that's because there's definitely aliens. There has to be.
There's gotta be something.
There's no way there isn't. Just space is so massive that we would never know.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Somebody might know, but we just don't know.
Right.
Too. I
Yeah,
mean,
no. That could totally be it. The simulation theory.
that shit is wild.
But anywho,
Yeah.
I found an interesting article on, you guys have heard of Monsanto, right? With the
Yeah.
GMOs and how they're the by far biggest thing.
Oh yeah.
Turns out there's a big controversy with the weed killer Roundup type stuff they use. And they're finding out that the Roundup that they're using has possibly long-term neurological effects. So it can do like, and kind of have long-term screw up your brain. It can, here, I thought I saw some of the effects on here, but basically they're just finding out that GMOs and the way Monsanto is doing everything isn't the safest. And
No. Yeah.
I sort of wanted to see what you guys thought about GMOs. And
I mean, they're like an evil company. Monsanto
They
is.
are.
They cause a lot of damage.
they just do things only for profit, not
Yeah.
for the goodness
Right.
of anything.
GMOs are horrible.
Yeah.
Just the idea in itself of genetically changing.
Oh,
I don't say they're horrible.
I don't agree with that, dude. If we can genetically modify food that in a safe way, where
And
we're
stop
not,
the
we're
way
in
it is
right
danger.
now, it's horrible for you right now, though.
That's not necessarily proven, though. That's saying the Roundup they use. So I mean,
It's-
that's
I'm
shitty.
not even I'm not
What I'm
talking about
saying-
the Roundup. Their food is
know.
like.
Well, has it actually been proven to be that bad?
I don't
Yeah,
think it's
like,
like
that's-
officially
I
been
don't-
proven
yeah,
to be
I don't think-
horrible for you or anything.
All right, I don't know. I guess
I think a big reason they can't prove it is because it hasn't been around long enough to kind of come to
I
solid
think that
conclusions.
it like eating something organic may have more nutritional
Oh,
value.
totally does.
or
That's
has,
undeniable.
Has more nutritional value, but I don't know if the GMOs are actually harmful. I've never heard that.
No,
I've always thought that they don't really know or they don't think so.
yeah.
Because if it was knowingly harmful, they wouldn't do it.
Well, that's what's
That's-
scary about
that's the whole
Monsanto
thing,
is
though.
they
It's like they're
knew they
getting
were
away.
using this bad stuff, and I just found here it links to non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, the kind of stuff they're using. So we're eating these things every day. That's kind of making us more receptible or whatever to non-Hodgkin's. They're kind of like knowingly putting these bad things towards us, and they're getting in trouble now because someone caught them.
That's fucked up.
And that's what I was kind of bringing up is it's kind of scary because what other kind of stuff do we not know about GMOs that we're just eating like it's nothing?
Right.
And yeah, they haven't really found stuff that's per se very unhealthy with it because I think it's very, very close to what we normally would eat because they're literally modifying it to be just like that. But I know that there is some risk factors like the non-Hodgkin's lymphoma with different cancers and but they can they can create salmon now really easily where they're genetically modifying massive salmons
That's wild.
and yeah, it's scary for the kind of long-term effects it can cause us, but there's so many arguments for this within a few years even from now, this could end all world hunger just because we can get food to everybody or whatever.
That's
I've
what I'm
heard
saying.
that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think GMOs are bad. I think that they just need to be.
Figured out.
Yeah.
Better company needs
what
to
if
be behind or something.
what if there was a hidden GMO in coffee this entire time that you didn't know about? Would you still drink coffee?
Absolutely.
Really? Would you actually?
Well, my brother was just telling me if you have under 3 cups of coffee a day, which is, he told me I think it was like 400 milligrams of caffeine is about 3 cups. So
Right.
if you have 2 cups of coffee a day, it is super good for you. It gives you longevity in your life. Like coffee's legitimately the caffeine, everything with it. If you don't add sugars or any syrup, whatever you put in it, if you just drink it straight up, it's very healthy for you.
Christian, the coffee master, dude. He worked at Honchos.
You should hear some of the shit he says. It is hysterical. He's
so
Mr. Coffee Facts. I love it.
He probably knows a lot about coffee working.
Well,
there.
yeah, all these people just ask him stuff.
Yeah,
So he's
you gotta
obviously
know.
super into it, and they want to know, and so it works in both
He
ways.
delivers.
He delivers.
He delivers the facts.
Great employee.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Any sports stuff you want to bring up, Jonah? I mean, what's going on with the playoffs?
Cavs are up 3-0. They could close out this afternoon.
Yep, I saw that. My haircut lady was telling me about. She's wearing a Cavs jersey.
Warriors are up, what, 3-0, 2-1?
3-0. They won
Yeah,
last
3-0,
night.
I think.
Celtics are up 2-1.
Celtics can be interesting against Cleveland, I think, if they come out of it.
No, dude, I think Cleveland will kick their ass.
Really?
I don't.
I would love to see the Celtics do some work.
No, I would
So
too.
would I.
But I don't know, dude. I was having this conversation with my dad. I don't know how LeBron James is a basketball game. Guy's an animal. Stronger than everybody, quicker, and the main thing is he gets every single call, dude. He can't go to the basket and miss a layup without it being a foul.
That's
So
what's
you
crazy
can't guard
to me.
him. So, I mean, not saying it's not well deserved, but he gets any benefit of the doubt. If he gets touched, it's a foul.
Yeah.
And that's hard to stop, especially when he's so strong that you really can't stop him from getting to the basket.
Exactly.
That there's not much you can do, because if you contest, it's a foul. If you don't, he's going to dunk it on you.
No, yeah. And he can literally get to the basket whenever
And
he wants.
he's so basketball smart. Like, he knows
Yeah.
what is going on everywhere.
You could put him in any sport. I think we were talking about
Any
this.
sport.
Any sport, and he would be probably the best. I mean, we already know he is in basketball, but if you put him in anything else, he probably would be the best, or close to it.
Yeah, I would agree.
He's a freak.
No, he really is.
And his semen, man. Back to this. Gotta be worth a lot.
Yup. Trying to bring up this.
Wow.
I was looking at, because we always bring up drugs too, so there was a article as well about LSD microdoses making people feel sharper and smarter and all this different things. And the study this lady did was every day she did a little experiment at 64 years old, and it was a game where anyways, she did these 10 microdoses every fourth day. Sorry, I was reading it as I was telling it. So 10 microdoses of LSD every fourth day, and would just slowly do this and then get off of it for a little bit, then do it, then get off of it. And she was finding she was becoming a lot sharper, and the way she was measuring that was through this game she was playing on her iPad. And it was a game that I think measures whatever, but it was getting significantly better as she continued the LSD.
Every 4 days would mean a couple times a week. She was
yeah.
tripping out. When
Yeah,
you say microdoses,
I think she would do it throughout the day. Or, let me read this.
Wow.
She repeated this pattern for 110 microgram dose of LSD every fourth day. So a very small amount every fourth day.
110
just once.
micrograms?
Yeah,
Just
how-
10.
I think that's
110.
That's about a tab, I think.
110 microgram dose.
I don't even know what that would be.
Yeah,
tab,
you
as
wonder
far
if
as
it's like a
hits.
lot where she's tripping, or if it's just like not much.
It's just going in and she doesn't really even notice it.
Right.
Like, what did the article say? Would she trip out, or is she just
I
kind
don't.
of...
I think she would just do a lot of self-reflecting with it, and
Weird.
focus on herself when she did it. But yeah, every day, every fourth day, she would do it. And over this study she did, she found out that she was getting a lot smarter and getting significantly better at some of the things she was using as a testing variable.
So, in a way, there's potentially some sort of medical value in LSD then. I mean, if this lady's seeing some positive benefits.
Yeah. And scientists are starting to apparently look into it and
my
trying to find
gosh.
out what this really means.
It's natural, right? If I remember correctly. It's some kind of it comes from a fungus.
No, well,
Or
it was
something.
no,
Yeah.
because it was synthesized for. It's supposed to be like a cough syrup for kids or something. We talked about it on the podcast.
Yeah, we
Yeah, but
discussed
where does it originally come from, though?
that
Doesn't
I
it-
don't know.
I thought it came from some sort of fungi or something.
I think it was. I don't think it's naturally occurring. It might be.
A chemical from a fungus, ergot, which comes from some sort of plant. And he probably mixed it with a ton of shit, obviously.
Yeah.
Synthesized it, so. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, no, I just thought that was kind of an
So,
a
what are
cool
you
thing.
hitting at here? Are you,
I'm just saying it's cool to see that, because they always say that this self-reflecting stuff, whether it's ayahuasca, whether it's DMT, the
Right.
kind of the long-term effects that has on people is so beneficial. And of course, there's the people that will go off the mark.
Go off the fourth floor.
Go off the
fourth story.
Oh no!
jeez.
Yeah, that's not even. I shouldn't even be joking about that. But yes, kids like that though.
But yeah, it could be misused. But it's just really cool to see that there's potentially it could be something that is used as a treatment for patients or whatever that.
You gonna get into that? You gonna every couple of days? Just
Yep.
going to the gym on that. You'll be all right.
I guess going off, I just want to bring up a little research. I had to write that paper or the article on the pig
The
lamb, excuse me, the lamb.
Oh, yeah,
on here.
The artificial one.
In the fetal lambs growing outside of the mother's womb and the artificial womb. Research that was done at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and they basically found a way to take the mother's fetal lamb, throw it inside this bio bag, which is basically a massive Ziploc bag, throw some tubes on it, and it would sit there for about 4 months, and it developed just as fast as it would inside the mom's stomach, just as if it was in the stomach. And what's really cool about that, or revolutionary about that, is there's the leading cause of deaths in children is premature birth. So that's where they have to take them out C-section and throw them on ventilators because the lungs didn't fully develop and they would drown and all this stuff. But this is a new function to put the baby through, where they take it out of the mother's stomach and they would just throw it in this bag, and the baby would then continue to develop for those 4 months, and then they pull it out of the bag and then whatever. But it's really cool.
That's interesting.
I was super interested by it.
The bag. So I would imagine it's like creating a
womb.
Literally an
Have
actual.
you seen the picture of the lamb in there?
Yeah.
So and they have probably a ton of tubes and stuff hooked up to it.
Yeah,
Like
exactly.
Yeah, they feed
That's wild.
nutrients in there and
They
stuff.
feed the stuff
just like,
in there.
Probably just like it was in a
And
stomach.
it's all artificially creating what's inside the mom.
That's wild.
And they haven't tried this with the human yet, though.
No, and what's cool, they want to do clinical trials in 2 years. So I mean, of course, that's a long time still.
But I mean,
But
still,
if you're having a child who might die because of prematurity, why wouldn't you
not
try
just
it?
try it?
Yeah, if it's probably gonna die anyway.
Well, the way they do it now, I guess, is a brutal, almost in a way, a
Most
lot of
babies
children
don't make it.
They don't make it, or if they do make it, there's some kind of mental defects that come with it because they have to pump their lungs constantly for this long period of time. And one of the people being interviewed for this article was saying that the current methods they have now with putting their lungs on respirator, whatever that is, it's scarring for the parents. It's tough to see your child getting getting injected with stuff every day,
Tubes down your
tubes
throat.
down their throat, getting big machines on them. The parents, it's tough, and to be able to just almost throw them in a bag and say, "We'll see you in 4 months." I mean, obviously that wouldn't be the case, but just in a sense, that'd be awesome. It's a very revolutionary finding or study. Yeah.
Could save a lot of infants.
Yeah. No. Totally.
And,
Spike up our population.
and like you said, so it would be obviously the mother. They would C-section the baby out, like if there was complications, right?
Correct. Yeah. That's how they do it now, and instead of putting them on all this machinery, they would put him in.
You wonder you could do that with mothers who are forced to have abortions because sometimes the mother's health is at risk if they have a child.
Mm-hmm.
So you wonder if they could save the baby.
Maybe that's
and
the
still
way
not
they
have
do
birth.
babies or something.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Maybe what if you had an option where you say this can be safer if we take the baby out
Safer and less
early.
Less burden on the mother. You're not
Exactly.
You're not carrying around a child.
You get it out a lot earlier.
You can start drinking, start celebrating.
The pregnancy. Jeez.
Yeah. No,
Start
I didn't even
drinking.
really think about that. Shorten the pregnancy.
Yeah, that is interesting.
But yeah,
We'll be growing babies in labs.
We'll be
soon.
growing babies. We'll be talking about it on the BGW podcast. Anything else you guys want to touch on? Do you have anything else, Dayton?
Not really. I was gonna ask Jonah how his birthday went. I haven't really talked to him about
Yeah,
it. Cinco de
the
Mayo.
old 2-0.
How was it?
Yeah, it was all right. Trying to think what I did. I stayed in Detroit. I woke up on the start of May 5th and day 12.
First started in Mount Pleasant, right?
No.
Or no, that was the following.
Because
day.
that was Thursday.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Friday was your birthday.
And then I came home and then hung out, went out to lunch with my parents. Got a burger with fried egg for the first time, and it was damn good.
Where'd you
Yeah.
go?
Hamlin Pub.
Ooh.
I didn't know they had
Hey.
dank burgers.
I didn't either. And then came home, hung out,
Yeah.
had dinner, Mexican chicken,
Ooh.
So,
and then came over to Joshua's.
Hell yeah.
yep.
Yeah, I had
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah, it was nice.
nice.
Nice little celebration.
I watched this Howard Stern movie. I don't know if you probably never heard of it. It's Howard Stern's movie about his life. So it's like an autobiographical movie about him. It's called Private Parts.
I've heard of this.
It's hysterical. It's so funny. It's a story about him just like becoming huge, like famous.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so funny, dude.
Huh.
It's the part when he first gets hired by NBC, and he's super dirty and raunchy, and they don't want that at their
Right.
station. But he had really good ratings, so they hired him, and they were trying to like censor him, and he just was in this huge feud with NBC, and just that part in the movie is just so funny. The shit he did and said on the air, unreal.
He's a very dirty guy.
Very dirty man.
Very dirty guy. But hilarious. People love him for it.
I recommend the movie. It's funny.
He has
Yeah.
a book too of the same name. And that's what I didn't know he had a movie. I was thinking of the book.
Because
But
I knew he had a book. That's what I didn't know
But
there was
they-
a movie at all.
And he plays himself in the movie too.
Gotcha.
Oh,
So
that's
they made
funny.
it into a movie. A while ago though.
It's on Stars, I believe.
So just really quick, how did he come up and about? Was he just
Yeah.
jump from radio to radio and then just
He got a communications degree at Boston College, and then went and just started at this tiny radio station. And he was kind of like a shy, awkward dude, and people told him he wasn't any good for radio, this and that, and like he's kind of bounced around at a couple shitty radio stations where nobody really cared, and he could kind of do his own thing. I don't know.
And that's where
He's kind
he
of
really picked up because of his vulgar stuff? Or
I mean-
how did he kind of take off?
he ended up on XM radio, so like he must have either lucked out or went somewhere big before that.
before. No, we got a job at NBC.
He worked at NBC before XM or Sirius or
Yeah, NBC was his first like big gig. He was doing really well at like these smaller radio stations and taking
Okay.
a bunch of ratings away from the bigger guys.
Gotcha. And then they took
So
him.
that's why they hired him.
Okay. Yeah, and now he's on America's.
Not anymore.
Oh, not anymore?
No, he wasn't last year.
Oh.
They have Simon now.
Oh, okay.
America's Got
That's
Talent.
right.
gosh.
So now he's just doing his own thing.
Yep, he's got his radio show and
Simon's overrated. I don't like Simon that much.
he's all right.
Germaphobe.
Nope,
That's Howie.
Oh crap! I got these guys. Oh, Simon Cowell, right? Or
Yeah,
the British guy.
yeah.
American Idol.
I don't know. He's all right.
How did that guy get big? Was he a singer or something?
He has a like production company. Like he signs artists and stuff and gives them labels. Like Grace Vanderwall,
He signed her.
he signed her right after the show.
Really?
He was a judge on the show and signed her right after
Oh yeah,
the
he
show
is. He's a
ended.
producer.
Wow.
Interesting. I never knew that.
And then he has America's Got Talent. Or American Idol was his show. America's Got Talent, I'm pretty sure, is his show. He did British has talent, or Britain's Got Talent.
Yep. Nice, dude.
Busy guy.
Rich
Busy
man.
guy. Yeah, well, I guess that kind of
Yeah.
just about does it for us. I mean, we're back in Clarkston.
A little weird being back
It's
here.
definitely a little weird, a little out of the element, but
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll start to adapt. I mean, be ready, be on the lookout for a new bro in the near future.
Oh, yeah.
'cause
That's right.
Jonah
I-
will be. Go ahead.
And next week is my last week.
Wow,
Hold on. That soon? That's how soon you're
That
leaving?
is-
I
crazy.
leave in 12 days.
Oh my gosh.
Unless my visa doesn't go through.
Straight to the continent
So-
of Africa.
How did we decide we're gonna pick the third bro?
Yeah, are you picking?
I thought we were all gonna pick a week. I'm
I'm-
gonna, I'm,
so you're
gonna, I'm
on
gonna
3
miss. I'm gonna
weeks.
miss 3 podcasts.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that works for me.
So,
Send in your applications.
Yeah,
We'll sift through them.
but yeah, apparently we're going on like a safari to the Ivory Coast, and we're seeing
gosh.
elephants and shit. And
Dang.
a real African safari. So
Wow.
God.
Dude, you gotta take some serious video and show us when we.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I can't wait to talk about all that stuff when you get back.
that'd be cool.
You'll come back covered in beads and.
Witch doctor got the bone in the
Straight, yeah.
nose.
They got his ears that make him huge.
Just gauged.
Just gauges.
Cooking up
Yeah,
some
yeah.
crack. Oh, hey, what's up, guys? The witch
Oh, it's
doctor.
good, Jay. We don't even say anything about it.
I don't even speak English anymore. Just,
Just the click.
It's the only way he
Dialogue.
communicates.
Oh, and I don't.
Well, that's gonna do it for the bros. We will see you Sunday next week. But without further ado, follow us on. Oh, good
Wow.
catch. Follow us on Twitter at BGW Podcast. Find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, Facebook. Just type in Bros Gone Wild Podcast, YouTube, and you'll find us. So.
Oh, we'll be there.
All right, boys, that's gonna be it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, boys.
Deep